Okay, so we're going to talk about the four main reasons why the voice might be shaky. But before we delve into this, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel and receive notifications whenever one of my new videos goes out. So the first reason is kind of obvious, is lack of vocal training, lack of especially vocal placement. What is placement? Vocal placement is the ability that we learn to adjust our muscles, our throat muscles, in a certain way so that we can sing a note and place it in a particular spot in our throat. And we can feel that spot because that's where the voice vibrates when we sing. And so we can gradually, almost by visualizing it, we can gradually train our muscles to have the sound in a certain position, in a certain place in the throat. And we do this by developing a certain muscle memory. And so learning to sing is very much about muscle memory. And so what we do is to gradually remember where to place a certain note in the throat, and that allows us to sing it correctly every time. Every sound, every note has a different position. So a low note will have a different position from a high note. And so you have to kind of learn how to do these things. And so if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you would like to try and experience this for yourself, I suggest you go down in the description. There's a link to my first free voice lesson. And you can go there, and this will give you a sense of what it is that I'm talking about and how you can start learning to place your voice correctly. The second reason is lack of what I call vocal fitness. Vocal fitness, what I mean by that is when you are a trained singer and you have your voice is trained, but you also have to keep your voice in shape. You can't just train your voice and then never use it, and then when you go and sing, you expect your voice to respond like that. So because in that case, you wouldn't have vocal fitness. Your voice is not in good shape. So in order for the voice to not be shaky, you have to also use it regularly, work out your voice regularly. I mean, if you go to the gym after not having been for a long time and you lift weights, what happens? You notice your muscles start to shake at a certain point, right? Because they're not used to making that kind of effort. So it's similar to what happens with your singing. Your voice shakes a little bit like that because the muscles are not used to doing this kind of work anymore. So not only do you need to train your voice, but you also need to keep it and maintain the voice in good shape if you want it to be ready for you when you need it. The third reason is tension. This is actually probably one of the main reasons that I've encountered among singers and aspiring singers. Obviously, when we try to do things with more tension, more muscular force than is actually necessary, what happens is the muscles get tired and the voice starts to shake. And so this is linked to number one, which is lack of training. Obviously, when you train your voice, you also learn how to sing without tension. You know, 99.9% of people who try to sing, what they end up doing is they do too much. They put out a lot of effort, they push the voice, they're straining, and it just doesn't work that way. The more you do that, the less the voice will respond. So relaxation is paramount for singing, and one of the best ways to get rid of tension in your throat when you're singing is to actually hold a sound steady, hold it for a little while, and gradually relax your throat consciously while you hold the sound. And I explained this technique in other videos, so I'm not going into this very deeply right now. But that's a good, like, and as you hold, you relax the throat gradually, and you notice that the sound gets bigger, more beautiful, and stabilizes itself. So you can go and find other videos that I posted with this kind of exercise, long tone exercise. And then the last that I want to mention, the last reason for a shaky voice is when the voice is tired. If you sing too much, if you're, once again, if you're not in great shape and you sing and sing and then you keep going beyond what the voice is used to doing and sustaining, then very likely your voice will start to shake. And not only that, it will also be a little bit out of your control. So you're trying to sing a certain note and maybe it goes to a slightly different note, and maybe your pitch is not as good anymore because you're not able to control it as well because the muscles are tired, and then it's really hard to keep it on track with what you want. So all of these things that I listed, all of them can be fixed. And there's nothing of this that is like a life sentence. You can do things about it. Most of what I talked about can be fixed by simply training your voice and learning how to use it well. Learning to use your voice well is the best gift you can give your voice and yourself. If you really want to become a singer, if you really want to explore what your voice is capable of, I would really highly recommend you get vocal training. Don't try to figure it out on your own because it's really not that simple. And there are things that you really need guidance to learn. This is what I learned in studying with my teacher. I learned things that I could have never suspected even were possible if I had tried to go about it by myself. So this is just my suggestion. And okay, so these are the 4 main reasons I wanted to talk about. I hope this was helpful. And if you found this video helpful, as always, give it a thumbs up or consider doing so. And consider subscribing to my channel. And otherwise, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.